Hi, Cancer. Welcome back to Moon Directed. I'm Maggie. Really good to see you. If you are here for the first time, good to see you. Sign up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and we can chat every week. I'm working with the energy of the moon. This is your sun, your moon, and your rising. I think your rising. For sure, your sun and your moon. You should check out all the videos and see what you think. So, we're going to just jump right on in. I thought I'd start with, I'm trying to do things a little differently this week and see what you think. So please leave me messages in the comments below. Oh, and on Friday, I'm going to do a live video chat with any questions that you have. So if you want to comment below any questions you might want answered, I'm going to try to answer as many as I can, however much time, energy, and questions last. We'll just see how it all converges. But so with the moon, with the energy right now going on, the sun is currently in Scorpio, but it's going to be moving into Sagittarius on Thursday. And then speaking of being in Sagittarius, Jupiter is there. So Jupiter got there on the 8th or the 9th of this month and will be there until December 2nd of next year. So what does that mean? Well, Jupiter and Saturn's happy. That's its home sign. So it's all about expansion, and with it being good things coming in and a chance for really opportunity and growth. Or one of the things that I'm going to recommend is that you pay attention to the fact that it could also mean growth of your waistline. So diet and exercise for the next year might be really important for a lot of people. So pay attention to that. Mercury went into retrograde on the 16th, and then it went in Sagittarius. And so the fire signs are going to be dramatically more affected by this, in particular, I think Aries. So that's something to kind of pay attention to. It's about revisiting, rewriting, redoing, renewing. It's all the words in the world, but it's a really good chance to review the things that you've done lately and figure out how to integrate them into your life. And so don't think of it as a bad thing. Think of it as a possible opportunity to catch something that you missed, to redo something that you should have done right the first time. Exes come back a lot. So that's something. Oh, and because it's Mercury rules travel and communications. And so you'll hear people say things like, the internet problems, or maybe their car breaks down. And there's just a lot of things that you should be paying attention to as far as that goes. Excuse me, I got to plug in my computer before I lose you. That would be so sad. So that's going on. Pay attention to that. Mars moved into Pisces. Mars is a fire sign, and it's, water kind of mutes fire, right? But it's kind of nice because Mars has been really pushing, and now maybe you can get into the flow and things will come to you easier if you can just roll with it instead of pushing so hard. So it might be a good time to kind of just relax, which is kind of nice going into the holiday season, right? So take time to relax and enjoy that. Venus is back in Libra, which is one of her signs. She rules Taurus and she rules Libra. So she's happy right now, but she's getting ready to move into Scorpio soon. I don't actually know the actual date, but pretty soon. And when she does that, she won't be as happy. So right now she's content and emotionally things should be nice, which is great for the holiday weekend coming up. Neptune is in retrograde and it's back in Pisces. Now, Neptune's all about those really out there ideas and goals and stuff, and it's in retrograde. So again, it's refocusing, renewing, reviewing. So all those hopes and goals and dreams that you've kind of put on the back burner, it's a time to really kind of get in there and take a better look at them and what you might want to do moving forward in regards to that. Uranus is in Aries and it's opposing Libra. And so there can be a lot of sudden shifts in your life, things that might throw you a little off kilter, a little off balance, but that's going to go on for the next 7 years. So, if it doesn't happen this week, good. Just good in general, right? So, Mars will be squaring Jupiter coming up here, and so that's uncomfortable. I think that happens like on Tuesday or something. Anyways, be careful of trying to get too much done too fast, right? So take your time, get in the flow, and roll with things. Okay, so we're on Cancer. The moon on Monday is in Aries. That would be the 10th house. And so with the moon in Aries, it's a good time to think about because it's in the 10th house and the location and the timing of the moon and everything. So you're going to be focusing on what do you need to use your willpower for, and what do you need to focus on. And so this moon in Aries is like, it's a little stressful for Cancer. So you're really going to have to think about what's really important, what's really driving you, what do you really want to focus on, and try to stay in your own lane, because it is going to be kind of tense. And I'm a Cancer and I know what this is like. You kind of like, ooh, and it gets really tense and you kind of fight it, right? So breathe into it, relax through it. You're going to get through it, because on Wednesday, the moon moves into Taurus. That's a nice, comfortable aspect for Cancer. And Taurus is all about being grounded and taking action in a very methodical, moving forward, kind of step by step. I've got a goal and I'm going to get there and nothing's going to stop me. Kind of just moving right on through. So this is time to take that kind of action, but you'll be comfortable with it. It won't make you all antsy and stressed out. So that's good news. That's your 11th house too, of dealing with other people and groups, activities, and stuff like that. So if you're working with other people and you're feeling emotionally balanced, that makes for a nice day, setting up for going into Thanksgiving, right? So then on Friday, we have the full moon in Gemini, and that's a culmination of anything that you started back in June of this past year when the moon was new in Gemini. So it's a really good time to like take a look at, what did you try to do? What were you planning to do? What do you want to do? It's also a good time to look at your life and say, hey, I don't like this and this isn't working, so I want to get rid of that. It's a good time to eliminate bad habits, bad ideas, bad things that are not working. And I use the word bad, but I guess I should say things that are not serving you. Bad might not be the right word. Things that don't actually do any good for you. They're holding you back. They're slowing your growth. What do you need to prune away? It's a full moon. It's a good time to cut things out that just aren't working for you. And you have the power. It's a very powerful moon because it shines light on things that were suddenly hidden are suddenly revealed to you, and you see things differently. The moonlight, though, can play tricks on you, so you have to kind of watch out for it. Like, are you seeing it accurately? And so for Cancer, that's in our 12th house. So that kind of gets tricky, right? Because that is about the dreams and the goals and the hopes and everything that's kind of out there, right? And so if it's kind of tricky with the light, like, are you really seeing things the way you want to? Because it's really kind of off in the distance, because that would be ruled by Neptune, and that's way out there. So kind of, try to feel your way through it, which is always okay. And then on Saturday is a good day for some self-reflection. So the things that you tried to do, did they work? Did they need to be tweaked? What can you do? So it's pruning, it's growing and everything. But hey, Cancer, hey, on Sunday, the moon moves into Cancer, and that's pleasurable and comfortable. And oh, is the moon happy when it's in Cancer, right? And we're happy when the moon's in Cancer. So Sunday should be a really nice, gentle, emotionally comfortable day. So I thought what I would do is go ahead and take a card for each of the different times the moon moves. So what's going on for Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. And I'm taking them from different decks based on their energy, that the way I view their energy. And so for Aries, because Aries is such a starter, right? It wants to take off and take running. I wanted to get a little direction. And so I went with Colette Baron Reed's The Enchanted Map. And so let's just see what we get. I'm going to tilt it down just a little so you can see me shuffle, right? But let's just see what is this that we need to be focusing on, that we need our willpower for. It's going to be a little uncomfortable, but what do we need to focus in on? That was quick. Ooh, deep freeze. Okay, take a breath. When I said you were going to need to take a breath, you need to take a breath. Deep freeze is going within and staying still and waiting it out. Something that you've been wanting to move forward, it's frozen and not moving right now. There's thawing. See, there's water there. I don't know about you, but this card reminds me of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, right? The Adventures of Narnia. Okay, so things are just not moving the way you want them to. So focus in on it, but that's okay because we've got Taurus coming up on Wednesday that's all about action. So let's see if we can get some action steps from Doreen Virtue's Abundance Angel cards. I feel like I need one more. Okay. That's what we get. Okay. So, frozen. Nothing's moving. Then the moon moves into Taurus and we have windfalls of abundance. So, it's like the ice thaws and all of a sudden it breaks through. You know, have you ever seen like a river that there's like been a log jam and it got frozen up and it just everything's all piled up and then the spring thaw comes and just a little crack happens and then all of a sudden everything starts moving, it starts flowing through and there's like all this water rushing. That's what this is going to feel like. It's like, okay, here it comes and there's going to be so much of it. And it's coming in different forms and some of them are unexpected, so be open to receiving. So one of the things I like to do is use a little mantra for myself is that I always have more than enough. I am an abundant person and I always have more than enough. So you're welcome to use my mantra, especially if you can bring in this energy for yourself a little quicker. That's a good way to go. Okay, so then full moon happens 7 o'clock in the morning, 7:01 Eastern Standard Time in Gemini. So using the they were quick using the oracles of the unicorn for that one. There we have two. Okay, what did I say? All of a sudden it's gonna bust loose, right? And then here comes the full moon and it is a rebirth and there's so much support. So it's really gonna bust loose and you're gonna be fine. It may have been a long time coming, but the full moon, it's gonna end things and it's a start of a new cycle. So you have the death and the rebirth. So I mean, these are just beautiful cards. This is really important. You need to ask for the help though. Okay, angels, guides, God, they're standing by and they want to give you this abundance, but you have to ask for it. It's called free will. They can only bring it to you if you request it. So you need to ask. You need to ask because you need the help. We all need the help. Nobody gets out of here without needing some help, right? Okay. So then we get to Sunday when the moon is moved into Cancer. And we get to take a nice, like, celebratory, relaxing day. Ooh. I just suddenly thought, oh, you should take a saltwater bath. Don't ask me why. Just do it. It gets rid of negative energy. It's a really good thing to do on a full moon is take that saltwater bath to release all the negative energy. Okay, so Sunday. What? Okay. So honesty is essential. That's a tricky card. Okay, so Cancer is very emotional and sometimes says things more on the basis of emotion than the basis of fact. So you might have to walk something back. Mercury is in retrograde. You might have to say things just a little bit differently. Don't be afraid to do that. You know, admitting you're wrong is like the greatest gift that you give yourself. It really is. Because most people will take that as, oh, okay. And then they'll be more gracious with you if you can say you're wrong. But here's something really nice too. It's Sunday and it says slow down. So that nap you've been wanting to take next Sunday might be a really good time to do that. So that looks really good. Let's get you a color card for the week. That looks really good. So please be sure to comment below and let me know what you want. If you have any questions that you want to get the answers to in the live broadcast on Friday. It's when it's 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to answer questions as best as I can. And I'm looking forward to it. So you can comment below here. You can comment below in the announcement video. I'm going to do the pre-questions first and then anything that comes up in the chat. And we'll just keep going until we run out of questions, time, or energy, however that works out. So let's get you a color card. Color card. Ooh, lovely. You have pink. Let love in. Windfall of abundance could be lots of things. Let love in. So, all right. Reinvent yourself. This is a week you get to start over. Things that weren't working quite right before, it's about to break loose. So use the energy, use it wisely, and I will see you on Friday, I hope. So like, share, subscribe. Don't be afraid to share my video as a private message to somebody on Facebook. I used to do that a lot because people don't necessarily want it splashed across their Facebook page. But like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you don't miss the live streaming, and I will see you soon. Take care.